And we can double Volt Charge here.
I'll show you
Oh my
something
goodness, that's
impressive.
crazy. Which means it lets us double proliferate as well. Wow. I've never seen something like this before. Double spell, double proliferate. What's up, my dingleberries? This video goes out to Pete the Slacker, Tony the Tiger, Rachel the Rag, Harry Houdini, Susan Storm, and that guy that keeps asking me for this Rowan and Will deck. So this is for you, mate. To be honest, I've got COVID right now, so I can't actually remember where I am. But I remember you requested this, and here's the deck after all this time, I promised. But to be honest, it was pretty fun. So yeah, I had fun using this deck. If I sound in slow motion, that's because my brain is moving at half speed. And I've just taken some medication to hopefully recover from this death virus. The deck is it's actually basically is a control build. It's pretty fun because you essentially have, they managed to put partners on one card, which is kind of nice, kind of cool flavor. I think this is the only Planeswalker with two sides, each of them being a Planeswalker. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it's pretty cool. I love this artwork because she's just absolutely stunning. Look how beautiful she is. And also if you're into Scottish royalty, this is the deck for you. I can't name you any Scottish royals because not in that crowd. But this could be the video for you. Is it control? I want to get Rowan out more than Will because her ultimate's better. I think being able to pay 2 to copy any spell is wicked. -8 on Will is okay. You can basically get rid of 5 things, but they get 4/4s, so it's kind of risky. It's probably better to use it on your own permanents to get like 20 powers worth of creatures. Pretty good. To get Rowan out on turn 2, which is entirely possible, you can use Strike It Rich or Goldhound, which both basically are a treasure, which is pretty cool. Getting Rowan out on turn 2 is pretty tough for your opponent to beat. It's a little bit toxic in that you got stuff like Counterspell, Narset's Reversal, Tail's End, but it's not a dedicated control build in that respect. That you just need them to just fight some other control decks, essentially. It's fire for fire. You've got Brawl as well to make your spells cost 1, your instants and sorceries cost 1 less. And you've also got Haughty Djinn, which is absolutely abomination of a card name. Absolutely, whoever came up with this card name, talk to me. We need to discuss your use of it. Like, nobody in the right mind has ever heard of the word haughty. I never have. I hate it. It's just horrible. Shame because the card's great, the artwork's great. Love everything about the card, apart from the name. Name is just absolute crap name. There's also a Proliferate sub-theme. Vivid Surgeon's Insight's pretty good to proliferate. You got a lot of cheap stuff as well. Serum Snare does the same thing. Ban something, Proliferate. Experimental Augury. Draw a card, Proliferate. Pretty good, and it won't be complete without Staff of Completion. Haha, pun. And yeah, it's just a pretty cool list. This is my forte, by the way. If you've not been on the channel before, I'm really good at control. I thought I'd just throw a brag in because every other channel throws a brag. This is the best channel if you want to see control builds. Essentially, for Historic Brawl, played the game for about 12 years now, so I know what I'm talking about. You can just not watch me as well if you don't want to, but you've come this far, which is already more than about 70% of viewers. So if you've watched at this point, you're literally like elite. You're like the elitists. You've prestiged my video already. Most people don't watch this. I could say anything. It doesn't really matter. It literally doesn't matter what I say here. If you're still here, you've prestiged 10 at this point. Okay? So deck list is in the description below. I'm not going to tell you to like or sub because it doesn't work. Of everyone that watches, barely anyone does. So let's try the opposite. Don't like and don't sub. And don't donate to me. Because if you do, I'll just be sad. Don't do any of those things. Let's get into the gameplay. Alright, opponent goes first with Falco's Spyro Pact Weaver, which is a Bant tokens matter deck. I actually have this in paper. It's really fun. We might struggle a bit because the indestructible counter could be tricky. We can maybe bounce him or exile him. Let's go for the tap land because we can't use Strangle at instant speed anyway. Strangle's pretty good alternative to Lightning Bolt. It essentially hits the targets that matter. So that's, the fact it doesn't hit players is fine. I think we're going to abrade this, just slow them down. This also means that they don't get the Falco out next turn. So let's ensure that. So they can remove counters from any creature to play the top card of the deck apart from lands. Astral Cornucopia. So they might have a proliferate build as well. I think we go for the Rowan here. I mean, she could just die to anything, but that's just the way the game is. One cool interaction I found actually with my Falco deck was somebody was using, there's a Jund insect commander, and when she attacks she puts egg counters on your creatures, and when they put an egg counter on my creature, I realised that I could remove adverse or negative counters in order to do my own bidding. It was really cool. So if you've got, let's say, facing a Hapatra player who's putting minus counters on your deck, you can actually remove those to cast spells off the top. It's actually sick, and it's one of those cool interactions that you see and you think, oh my god, that's really awesome. Okay, so can we draw 3? We can't draw 3, so Rowan's just going to deal 1 this turn. So they can swing in with the Reckoner Bank Buster. Can't really deal with that. Maybe go for... So that's 4 damage. Let's make a blocker. So, yeah, we'll create a monk. So the Gyre can try and protect our field a bit. I mean, if they've got removal and maybe something else. Okay, so Elspeth Conquers Death is going to take care of one of our walkers. Interesting, takes care of the one we can just recast. That's fine. They've got nothing to resurrect as well, so, you know, it's quite an early ECD, I think. But I guess they just didn't want us to ultimate, which makes perfect sense. I think we just keep making dudes. If we can ultimate Gyre, that would be pretty good. Newcastle Red spell, copy it twice. That's crazy. So sadly, we don't have any targets for the Strangle. So maybe we just go for the Solemn here, just to add another blocker. They could easily have a way to wipe out the whole field, but I think any spell like that would also wipe out theirs at this point. So nothing to Strangle that would be effective, and we could bounce something, but it just... We can't target the Druid, and we don't want to do the ECD. It's annoying because in our next turn our spells are going to cost 2 more as well. So ECD is just so powerful at, you know, it just gives them so much advantage here. Guess the earlier the better, because as I said before, they've got nothing to res. And that means they're only going to get 66% of this card. So they're going to have a flyer. And maybe we want to bounce the Falco eventually, but... Oh, okay. Cankerbloom can kill stuff. Strangle. See, the issue is whatever we kill, they can just resurrect. So it's probably a good idea to just not kill anything here.
You're no match for my students.
Until the next turn. So we can use a Sublime Epiphany in their turn, which might be good. Yeah, I think we're going to do that. Just be a bit patient. So we want the ECD to go away, and then we can start doing the cool things here. The fact they can just draw cards with this is really powerful, and eventually it just becomes a robot that they can just smash in. I mean, they can do that now, but... So they're going to proliferate to put counters on all their stuff now. Okay. So it means that they'll be able to get that back. Does that bother me? Suppose not. I mean, the Cornucopia tapping for 3 is kind of crazy. We'll see what they do. We can stop 4, 5, 6, 7. We can bounce something. We can counter something else. So yeah, Proliferate works super well with the Reckoner because obviously they need counters to draw cards. So adding more is really effective. Contagion Dispenser. When it comes in proliferate, when you proliferate during your turn, draft a card. Oh, I don't like that. I think I'm going to counter that. Bounce something, get a copy and draw a card. Counter that. Let's bounce the Falco. Get a copy and we'll draw a card. Hopefully they don't have something to counter this with. Back. Wow, look at all these prowess triggers. Crazy. They're going to negate, so bounce the Falco back to hand. Man, I think, you know, eventually we're just going to be able to kill them with these monk tokens. Okay. So luckily this taps for one colour. Oh dear, that's so powerful. Proliferate means good stuff for them. So we could really do with some kind of... Yeah, their board's just really getting out of control. This cornucopia as well. Staff of completion. Oh my goodness. If we ever get poisoned, we're going to be in a lot of trouble here. This is definitely a tough match here. Okay, let's go for the augury. We'll proliferate the Gyre. I think we might even just ultimate here. Oh my goodness, yeah. So because we can ultimate the Gyre, just to reiterate the field, we would have had the ultimate. So we've cast a red spell, copy it twice, which means our Strangle would have been able to take out these two. But I think they were more scared of the potential ceiling of our deck. They don't know what red spells we have. Luckily, they kind of quit before we actually really had any powerful stuff. But yeah, pretty lucky there to be able to ultimate. Okay, we go first against Goshen Tai. Oh dear. Got the counter spell. If we can counter the Goshen Tai, we could win. But it's not a very nice deck to face, as you all know. It's just too much value, I think. Stomping Ground, and of course they've got the very nice full art lands as well, because why not? They always have Binding of the Old Gods. Sanctum Weaver. Jeez. Which means Lightning Bolt is coming down here. That was such a good draw. So good. And now we are looking fantastic. If we can ultimate Rowan, we might have a chance. Copying spells by paying 2 is ridiculous. Explore. Chandra. Staff. So the annoying thing is we need to keep her alive one more turn, otherwise we can't counter that next spell. So let's just pass a turn. I suppose it's actually for the best because we want to keep her alive. Opponent might quit. They might quit if we get to ultimate Rowan. Especially if they cast a spell. Yeah, let's get rid of that. They're not going to use Pact, they don't have 5 mana. There we go, fantastic. Taking out Goshen Tai player, 1 counter spell. I mean, that's a bit weird. They've got 5 colours, but I don't care. Felt good. Okay, we go first against Joda. Starting hand is not great, to be perfectly honest. Only 2 mana. Oh, this is also 2 mana as well. But we've got the Temple to scry 1, so let's hope that gets us the land here. No land. Okay, we do need a land, guys. No land, no play. That's the rules. Okay, well that's sort of a land, but still not entirely happy with that. If we can Memory Deluge with the land, probably get some... Okay, still no lands. Guess we'll go for the Rowan just to get to the ultimate. Damn, that's really going to cost us the game, I think. They've got access to so much mana already, everything but white. Pretty much. Arcane Signet, we can blow that up. But I think we need to Memory Deluge first to get ourselves a land. Okay, that's perfect. Okay, now I feel safe, to be honest, because I'm going to braid the Signet to slow them down a tad. Unless they counter this, of course, which is entirely possible. Okay, fantastic. 4 mana is a lot less scary than 5. It's a huge jump of power level when you get to 5 mana. Honoured Heirloom. Right, now I've got Epiphany. I think we just probably get to win the game, to be honest.
Let's see how many volts you can take.
Yeah, let's pass turn here. Epiphany, we don't have anything to copy, but stopping them doing stuff. Urabrask. Yeah, let's counter that. Counter, bounce, and draw. Bounce this, draw a card. So again, that slows them down so much. And I do not feel bad against Joda players because they're probably very powerful 5-colour decks. Oh, let's go for a sad face. Let's be ironic. Here we go first against Thrun. Can we beat a card that we can't target? Might be a bit tricky. Can we countered? Trample. Can't be the target of non-green spells. Indestructible on their turn. Okay. It's going to be hard. Might be our only downside. Push Mystic. Do you know what? I'm actually going to bounce this to their hand. Slow them down a bit. Shame it's not an actual shock or lightning bolt. I think in hindsight I would have maybe put an extra shock or two into the deck. Just something to deal 2 damage randomly. Prados Druid. Upgraded the Elvish Mystic. We'll go for the iteration here. Oh, okay. So which one of these do we want to keep? Volt Charge? Tide. I think Tide. And then we'll put the Volt Charge away. Volt Charge is good though, like being able to proliferate there would have been nice if we had the Rowan out, but thing is, I want the Consuming Tide because it's one of the few ways we can actually interact with their board, especially if they've got like this annoying card here. Bouncing him. Oh no, Toski. Okay. So if we minus to kill the Druid, Toski's still there. If we go for Will, we could give Toski 0-2, or we give the Paradise Druid 0. That's interesting, isn't it? Let's go for Will. So they're going to start drawing cards like mad. 0-2. So yeah, let's make that. So essentially this is just going to tap for mana this turn. So they're going to draw at least 1 card. Spells. So abilities of... Or ability. Okay, so we can't target this at all. This basically says Shroud against us. So, yeah, it's a pretty tricky one. Oh my goodness. Plus 4. So that's 5 damage. Interesting that they put it on the... That is kind of strange, to be honest. It's a bit risky, because now if I kill this, they're going to be pretty upset, aren't they? But I don't... Luckily for them... Oh, River's Rebuke. Okay. We might be okay, you know, because let's have a look. So, if I make... Let me think about this for a sec. So I could make the Paradise Druid a 0-2. And then kill it with Chandra. I mean, we will lose the Chandra. Oh no, because the boost comes afterwards, doesn't it? Yeah, sorry, my apologies. So, the creature would be a 0-2 no abilities, but it's being buffed by the mantle, which gives it +4/+4 after. So that's how Layers of Magic works. Sadly, I didn't think of that. So I guess we can just go for the Consuming Tide then. They keep 1 thing. And bounce the rest, which should slow them down quite a bit. They keep the Druid. So do they just want to kill the Rowan here? Okay. They had the chance to do that last turn, but... Right. Man, this is kind of annoying. Yeah. They got us with this random enchantment, which is frankly not a fantastic card, but... There you go. Guess we're just going to ramp up a little bit here. The 6 power on this is kind of obnoxious, right? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Nothing we play is just going to survive as well. I think we'll just go for the combination of studies here. So we basically draw 2 cards and get a treasure. It's not too bad. It's a fun card. This is. You basically get random advantage. So you exile the top cards for each land. You get treasure for each blue card. Draw a card for each red card. Deals 1 damage to each opponent. So they're going to draw 2 cards here. They are really keeping up with us. I think we're just going to have to River's Rebuke. Issue is we just don't have a way to gain much advantage after the River's Rebuke. We can counter some stuff, but wow. Creatures power toughness 10. Jesus. So do we just do this? I think we're going to have to, aren't we? And then we can still go for the tail's end. So if they go for the Toski, I'm going to counter the hell out of it. So many cards in the hand. This is the thing, like, that River's Rebuke is pretty clutch because it means we do like try and get rid of a few things in their hand. They might be able to discard. There's Druids. I think Toski's coming out. Is it going to come out? Wow, okay. Anything but the Toski. This leads me to believe they might have a Crater Hoof or something. Crazy. Okay. So they'd rather spam the field there. Interesting. 1, 2, 3, 4. Go for the Ral. And yeah, let's.
Time to test the storm amplifier.
So I take it they want to go for the Toski in the next turn. Because it also means they can. So they'll cast it, then they'll be able to draw 3 cards. But if they do go for the Toski, then I'm going to use the Tail's End, obviously. 7, 8. I mean, they're at Crater Hoof Behemoth range here. As if they had enough mana to do that. We can actually just counter that as well. So that's pretty lucky. They are really putting all their eggs into this Druid, aren't they? Did cost them 10 though to do that, so. Costs X less to activate. X is the power of the creature. Okay. Rex Sage. Let's see if they have that as well. Gonna kill the Mox Amber. Well, we might as well just draw a card anyway, because we are desperate. They've got so much more stuff than we have. Another land. Man. They are running absolute rings around us. Staff of Completion. That could be good. But we are looking for spells. So maybe we'll go for the Will here. We need a big spell. Which we still don't get. Oh wow, that's great though. If this goes off. Okay. Come on. Just don't need lands. Okay, we need to bide our time a little bit more. Please don't be a Crater Hoof Behemoth. Yeah, they do, then we just instantly die. If they equip this, it doesn't actually give trample, but it does make something almost lethal pretty much. My goodness. So that makes it a 5/4. Okay. So it's like a weird enchantment build. Going for the Ral. Both of them going for the Ral. Each upkeep. I think we have to just block this because that's going to make so much annoying like residual creatures there. Okay. Yeah, the annoying thing about auras is that it makes our will kind of bad. 2, 1. Man, we're getting so many lands here. Okay, let's kill off 2 of their creatures. I still want to do that move. Oh, okay, so that's exactly what we want. The Epiphany is going to be good if we get to... if we survive another turn, although I'm really not sure if we are going to be able to be honest. Yeah, because if they equip the Belt of Giant Strength, I think we just die, right? Especially, oh, they've got so many things they can do here. So that's going to be 14 if they equip that to the Paradise Druid. They're going to go for Thrun instead. Okay. So they're gonna forego the Belt of Giant Strength here. Going for Ral.
Don't worry, I won't rain on
Sure.
your
So we need another River's Rebuke style card. Or we're in a lot of trouble. And we can't deal with their field in any way, shape or form. Damn, this is just sad.
Maybe I do need Rowan.
Draw some cards here. Whelming Wave. Oh my god. Okay, we did it, guys. We did it. Let's just make sure their types aren't. So that's a Germ, Troll, Druid. Okay, so we're going to get rid of their whole field. Fantastic. They get 2 Wolves, though. Damn, that's annoying. Yeah, that mantle was pretty annoying. Okay, so go for the staff. And then the signet. Pass the turn, see what happens. So, next turn, the Epiphany can bounce one of the tokens. Counter a spell, who knows? They've got so many cards, man. If they go for Toski, they can draw 2 cards as well. They've just can't believe green. Green is crazy. Ugh. They've made that an 8/8. Cheapened. So that's 2. So that's 18 power just there. 16. Wow. Damn. There you go, guys. Mono green. Mono green doesn't need any more power-ups. Wizards, it's already very good. And this is not even one of the scariest decks, but there you go. -1. Our weakness. A card we can't interact with, although we got lucky. Just not to the regular tokens and stuff. Ooh, okay, we go first against Kaikar. We got a great starting hand here. Narset. With Proliferate's good because we can use her additional times. Blink of an eye, that's okay later on, but we don't need that now. I just want more lands, to be honest. Retrofitter Foundry, okie dokie. I still feel like it's going to be a tough matchup because Kaikar is just... it has so many angles to attack with. I actually think we go for Rowan first before Narset because I don't see any indication of them drawing multiple cards yet. If they go for the Kaikar here, we will kill it with Chandra though. That's a guarantee. I think because they won't have enough mana for the Pact of Negation if they do have that, so they'll just die if they cast that spell. I do wonder what they are thinking of though. They could just slam Kaikar down to try and avoid our counter spells, but Yoshin Courier. Whenever he attacks, do stuff. Okay. Well, what we can do is we can feign the lack of kill spell because they might think all Chandra's tick down now. We can proliferate our way up a bit faster than they think we can to deal the 4 damage again. We only need -3 here. Pyre of Heroes. This feels very combo-y, and so does the Retrofitter Foundry. In the law, this is not your conventional Kaikar deck. This feels a lot more combo-y than I'm used to. Okay, so if we go for the alt here, we can copy the spells. Let's go for this. Let's think about our next move. We want to kill these because they're going to threaten our guys. Okay, let's go for the augury first. Oh, oh my goodness. Okay, that's really powerful. Volt charge. So now we can ult. Then we can double volt charge here.
I'll show you
Oh my
something
goodness, that's
impressive.
crazy. Which means it lets us double proliferate as well. Wow. I've never seen something like this before. Double spell, double proliferate. So that becomes a 4-4. That is a shame, yeah. I forgot we could do that, but oh well. Still decent. And then, seeing as it's going to kill the Chandra anyway, I guess we just kill this.
Whatever.
I mean, we still got the ultimate out of Rowan,
Don't you
which
hate
means,
that
you know,
burnt
it stays
hairstyle?
forever. And Rowan's still alive, which is important here. And we took out the whole field. Kaikar comes into play. Looks like they didn't have any land drops there. Okay, so they're going to be able to get another residual blocker, which is very annoying, but not much we can do about that, sadly. Let's go for Narset. Okay. So we really would like a way to deal with Kaikar here.
Open mind.
Tezzeret's Gambit. We don't want to do that yet, because we want to do it in the turn where we can copy it twice. That'll be good.
Prismari teach some good moves.
But the issue is that they now have 2 attackers. Okay, tell you what, we will just do the Gambit here because it allows us to just keep our Planeswalkers slightly higher, so it means that they're going to have to attack both of them just to kill one, which is good. I really hope they kill Narset. I know that's not normally what you want to hear, but yeah, the Magma Opus is... Yeah, there we go. So that means the Magma Opus is going to be able to 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 be online here. Especially if they tap out, we can kill Kaikar plus 1 Spirit. Shame we can't copy it. Yeah, I mean, this is the thing about the emblem. It's great, but unless you're in the late game, it's tough to double. Unctus. Goblin Engineer. What the heck is this deck? Paradox Engine? No? No, it's not going to be Paradox Engine, is it? Because it can only get back something that costs 3 or less. Man, if we imagine we got 2 emblems as well. Strike it rich, pay 2, get 2 treasures. Okay. Alrund's Epiphany. Oh my goodness, it's a shame we can't copy that. I think we just... Yeah, we just do this anyway. We need to get extra turns here. Okay. Tick up, deal that damage. Get a treasure. Okay, so actually weirdly lands is pretty good here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we can copy the Magma Opus. It's going to be a lot of targets here. Okay, sure, let's do this. 4 damage. So we want to do that and... Oh, hang on a sec. 8. 4, 5, 6, 7, 9. Yeah, we'll do that. So that's the 4 damage. And then tap 2 things. 1, 2, 3. Submit. And then we can copy it, which lets us do it all over again. Man, that is a pretty strong ultimate, I have to say. Did you know that you can help my channel by watching another one of my videos? Go ahead, you know you want to.